born to brew up storms, stir up shit, kick up dust, cuss till I slur up spit. Grew up too quick, went through too much, knew too much shit, corrupt, and I'ma pour it on that syrup, bitch. Fake and rich, sick and twisted, Mr. Butterswell. SC told me to milk the shit for what it's worth, till the cow just tilts and tips and stumbles to earth. And if I fumble a chart, keep going. First take, I make mistake, just keep it. No punches pulled, no punches, that's weak shit, fake shit. If I ever take shit, I eat shit. Wasn't for him, wouldn't be shit. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Fucking hell, man, we got a fucking busy ass chat today. What's going on? What the fuck? We got Lou Rock in the chat. Morning, everybody. Nicholas, Hunter. We've got freaking Wasif, we got Zdenek, we got, I keep saying your name wrong, brother. How you guys keeping, man? Hopefully you guys actually caught the stream yesterday in regards to the, whatchamacallit, fucking, longs are printing. It is printing. It is printing. We talked about it yesterday, if you guys caught it on the Outlook as well. Was, I deserve a cigarette, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I deserve a cigarette right at the very beginning. We talked about it yesterday in regards to having longs as well. I was saying that we could have a deeper pullback into a certain block, which I was quite happy with as long as we reclaimed the mid-range. For me, it was the mid-range had to hold. The moment the mid-range held, it was a valid long. It was a valid long. My stops was fine, and off we go. So, question is now, it's a Monday, we had a fucking pump, right? Is this a scam? Is this the bull run? Is this gonna be crazy? What's going on, right? Because there's 3 questions you gotta ask now. It's always like you gotta ask, like you gotta always remember, price is a story. It's always gonna be a story no matter what, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta ride the story and try and understand the story. Read it and try to understand it as it comes. Okay. So the first question is, number 1, is this a fake out? Right? Is this a fake out? Are we still range bound? That's the question. That's the first question you always gotta ask yourself. Are we still in a range bound environment? And we gotta say, well, we'll answer that in a bit. But for me, I would say we're still in a range bound environment until proven otherwise. Yeah, right. We need to take out some highs and reclaim some levels. I think it's 22.3k. That's what we need to reclaim. Then we'll be like, all right, cool, off we go. Is this a bull run, a mini bull run in the bear market? Is this the lower high we talked about? Remember the market structure we talked about yesterday? If you guys haven't caught it, check it out yesterday. It's all chaptered as well, market structure. There's an education content on terms of the Dragonfly Doji. There's a number of shit though that we went through. It was all quite packed up. It was late as fuck as well. I was tired as fuck. But who the fuck is messaging me now? 1 second. He can wait. Yeah, he can wait. Sorry, AM. You're gonna have to wait. But yeah. So you gotta so that's the second question. It's like, is this a mini bear run? Right? Are we gonna get the lower high we're waiting for? Right? The lower high could be at 24k. It could go to 26, 28k. That's the lower high. It will still be a lower high. Or the bigger picture, really, you can say, is that if we reclaim 28k, that's a range bound environment. Is this the start of a whole brand new bull run? It sounds weird. I know the halvings in 2024, bullshit like that. But if we are gonna have a massive bull run to like 30ks and 40ks potentially, we'll talk about that briefly. We got a 2x move on Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin goes up 2x, right, Ethereum's gonna go up quite heavily, right? So if Ethereum goes up, your alt's gonna go up. So I think I'll try and squeeze in a few alts in there as well. I think we've tried to squeeze a few alts in there. So we'll just see how it goes, man. I mean, like, let's see what's going on with the stream, man. Walaikum salam, Wasif, man. How you doing? I've got some questions, I believe. Thinking about the last night, we need to create a platform for the community. So Nicholas is saying, I'm thinking about this last night. So you're from SA or I think it's San Andreas. San Andreas, what the fuck? Because community chat to each other, because Telegram is just one way. Probably the best way is you get a million. Hunter saying, how are you creating a Telegram group of dank community where we all can interact and share? Fucking hell, man. You guys are going way ahead of me here, fam. Here I am trying to do this YouTube stream, but you guys are fucking planning for me. I love that. I love that. That energy is beautiful, man. Shout out to fucking Hunter and shout out to Nicholas, man. Hunter Hunt and Nicholas Carolyn. Drop your Twitter DM, your Twitter app. I'm gonna plug you in right now, actually. So yeah, man. I mean, Hugo, morning. How's it going? Zennek. I keep fucking saying it. Zennek. So the D is silent. Zennek. Got you. Cryptique's in the house as well. Morning. Dean, how's it going? Evening from morning from the UK. Hope you're well in Australia. Shorts are open. Shall I exit? Vermish is saying shorts are open. Shall I exit? To be honest, right, we'll talk about that in terms of the short of that. It's a valid short right now. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. We'll talk about that as well in terms of a plan. I don't know what my name is. What's going on, brother? Mahir, back to the stream after a while, bro. Whenever you can catch it, man. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate all one of you guys. Smash the likes, man. And if you're new to here, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, stick around, and I'll show you a reason why you should be subscribing. Okay? There's a lot of fucking educational content. This thing is gonna fucking pop. So let's see what's it. David's in the house, man. We fucking got Chick Joe here. Bloody hell. Footsie, how's it going, Jay? Joe's in the house as well. Fucking hell. South African brothers all here, man. We got Mozambique brothers over here. We got the African nation here, man. We got Mozambique. We got South Africa. We got Nigeria. We got Mauritius. This is lit, man. This is the broken nation, but we're back together again. The reason why it's a broken nation is a tattoo on Adesanya, Israel Adesanya from UFC. Lurox from South Africa. Fucking hell, man. We got some African brothers here, man. Shout out to the African brothers. Shout out to the Portugal brothers as well. But you know, Belgium's here as well. I know David's from Belgium as well. Joining from India. Shout out to the Indian brothers, man. New Zealand, fucking hell. New Zealand's here. Damn, this is mad. I'm so gassed. I'm really, really gassed. I'm fucking gassed. Alright, let's go. So, where are we at? Alright, so fucking hell, man. I gotta stop smoking though. I gotta say something though. Hungry. Is it Ballant? Is that how you say it? Or is there a way to say the A? Oh, so your wife is here. So where are you originally from? Because I know there's a lot of people say they're from Belgium, Europe, and the Americans and stuff like that, and New Zealand and Australia. Now, where are you originally from? Because I'm from the UK, but when people ask me where I'm from, I always say yeah, originally. This is how I start off. I'm like, originally I'm from Mauritius, because I just gotta say it, because I love Mauritius that much, right? It's part of my heritage in it. And then I'd be like, yeah, but like I'm from the UK in it. That's the second bit. You got the US, fucking out, man. So you're from USA. You moved over to Belgium, bro. How are you finding that? Got Brighton as well. Brighton's a beautiful place. Oh, OX, how's it going, brother? Bless you, man. Good to have you here as well. Slovenia. Live in Australia from South Africa. Fucking hell, Mayland in California. I live in lots of different places, including 2 in the UK. Damn, Weiwei's been around, man. This motherfucker, I think he's from the army, man. That's the only explanation I can think of. African brother living down under. Alright then, let's get cracking. So, Bitcoin, we talked about this many times. We talked about the range bound environment, weekly range, range high, range low. That's all it is. And all we've done is high, low, high, low, high, low. Right, that's all it really is, okay? We got some deviations here, deviation there. We've got resistance there, we've got deviation here, right? Question is this a deviation now? We don't fucking know. Only way we'll know if it's a thingy, if it's a deviation, if the price comes back down and breaks down and start going for lower prices, that's how we'll know it's a deviation. We'll know it's a retest, right? Is if we break down, come reclaim this, and you see this high here. Basically, we had a stop run. Right, I'll show you in a moment. We have a stop run there, and then price reclaims this area, and then we go for higher prices to this area here. This is what I'm looking for. This is another range bound environment. Okay, so we'll break this all down slowly. We're just talking about the BTC view. It's all about the narrative. What's it? With throws, your usual Singaporean supporters here. My love to my Singaporean brothers as well. I know there's I think there's someone from Thailand is here. Like she DMs me a few times as well. She's a very quiet one. So if you're here, just say hi. You know what I'm talking about. That's it. Looking for a short around 22,500 on a 5-minute liquidity grab move, top of range, tight stop, good odds I think. difficult to say, you know. 22,500, 22. Actually, yeah, no, 22,500 is. Yeah, we'll work on this. We'll work on around this anyway. So I'm going to talk about the narrative and what's going on. What are these blue boxes and shit like that? Okay, so the blue box here is this consolidation. Talked about it a few times, and we'll talk about it again. All right. So when we broke all-time high, right? I believe all-time high is. Let me get a ray. 1 second there. Horizontal ray. Fucking magnet on. There we go. So I'll make this black so you guys aren't confused with liquidity below. Okay, so so you can see this, right? Makes a lot of sense now. Now that we're going to paint this picture, right? Because remember, price is always in the. Someone's asking me, so Roxy, how do you draw that Fibonacci? Can you explain, please? Okay, I've done it again. I've done it before. I'll do it again, right? So my Fibonacci is really simple. Okay, so if you go on the tools over here. Fibonacci retracement, click on that, and literally that's it. Normally your Fibonacci would be very different to mine. Okay, so if you double click on it, for example, go to styles up here, and then these numbers, these are my numbers: 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. Whatever the numbers are, I just change them. I don't really give a shit about this, like 1.6. I mean, I could add all this. You can see it comes on there, but I don't really use them, so I just use it really simply as yeah, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. That's all it is. And that's my level to level play. So if anyone asks me again, you know, like, oh, well, not ask me again, but anyone's wondering, that's how I play level to level. And then we see how we go. We claim the mid range, and then we play up there. So that's range high, range low, mid range, okay? So that's what it is. Make sense? Right. Dixie continues to tank, so there's. Speaking about Dixie, right? Oh, we'll talk about Dixie in a bit. I just want to say seasonality. It makes a low around July, August time, right? So like it start to tumble downwards around seasonality wise. So you know we'll see how it goes. But anyway, talking about like price action wise, you can see if this is all-time high over here. Obviously, we're gonna find some resistance, right? Found resistance over 2 days. Couldn't break above it. Come back down. The moment we smash above it, ideally what you would be looking for was something like this: a retest, hold above it, and this would be a confirmation, and to go a lot more higher, right? This would be a confirmation, but instead it never gave a retest. It never did until recently, only in the last couple of weeks, about 5 weeks ago or so. We retested the range high. Okay, so it's been a bit of a tricky one, but from there, this is a range band environment. Okay, so I can do another range band environment, and I can prove this to you right now. Why is it so important to me? Click on the 4 hours. There we go. There's just so you can see the consolidation that I drew. Right, let's just say from the high here to the low. You can see exactly what I'm looking for. Right, look at this. So when we first step in, resistance, smashed above it, support, smashed below it, resistance, and we're holding support, deviated, deviation, come back down, finds resistance. When we come back up, we go to from low to high, high to low, low to high. It doesn't come back down to the low, low to high. And once, see, it's a range bound environment. Price was just range bounding here for however long it was, just a couple of days or so. I think it got a few weeks or so, whatever it was. It range bounded here until we get up and see this. So we're looking for a retest. So then look at this. This is the high that's smashed above, and the moment we reclaimed that, the moment we reclaimed it, this was your opportunity to long. This was your opportunity to long. You can put a stop loss and a hard stop over here. Well, really hard stop below the mid range low. I would probably have gone over here, from this low over here, just in case we dip back into it. I mean, the probability is now less because that's your confirmation. You could actually ideally put it here, not a problem there. And then once we shoot up, we went a lot more higher now. Okay, so Vegeta's in the house, man. What's going on, brother? How you keeping, man? Look at, ooh, that reminds me. Fuck, I need to run you through the whole software and shit. Thanks for coming online. So as soon as I saw your name, I remembered you straight away. But yeah, I will sort you out straight after this stream actually. So yeah, so it's a range band environment. So the same thing, we can actually extend this the whole way through. So let's just say, so now this is why I'm targeting 24.3k. Yeah, I know, I believe people on the stream yesterday were talking about SC's long, and his target was 24.2 minus 24.3. All right, going for the range high, close enough, but you guys get the point. All right, you guys get the message. It's pretty much same shit every day. Okay, so if I were to draw a range band environment from here, right, you can see if we step in, look where we find resistance. Obviously the range high itself, I mean the range low. The moment we step in, for example, right, fuck you, motherfucker. The moment we step in, hold above it, then we can start playing level 23.3k, break above that, and then we start going to 24.283. That's the next set of targets there. But then if we break above it, fucking let's carry on. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. We're playing it level to level. We're not aiming for 26k, which is up there, or 28k. We're just looking at price per day each time, right? And how is price reacting for whatever the fuck he's doing, okay? Does that make sense to everyone? So red, blue, green saying, in all honesty, what's your trading platform of choice? Also, don't you think trading ES makes so much sense right now as every other asset moves along with it? Thanks. So, trading platform I use is Delta Exchange. My affiliate link is right in the description below. So if you go on it, if you want to actually sign up on Delta Exchange, I'm more than happy for you to use my affiliate link. And I use that all the time. I've been using it for, the thing is, I used it back in September till around November, and that's when I became complacent. I became very relaxed and I stopped trading like leverage wise. I was just like, I couldn't give a shit there, kind of thing. Now I'm back on with Delta Exchange, and I'm back with using them as well. So shout out to Delta Exchange. These are the guys that I use all the time. So so when you see my P&L card on Twitter, for example, let's put it for look like this, right? That's Delta Exchange, right? So you can see it there, Delta Exchange. There's my reference code if you want to use it. More than happy if you do use it as well, 100%. So yeah, so that's what I use. And then ES, right? Yeah, you can definitely trade on ES. I mean, like, this is more of a crypto show, innit? So focus on crypto, but I do use ES as to actually, you know, for my basis as well. We will talk about ES as well. So yeah, so talking about the view still. So we know what the plan is. I mean, what the plan is, what this blue box is. We now also know that we're in this blue box of we've taken that, well, was range bound in this area here where the orange ranges is here. We've also know that we're above the monthly open. So again, like I said to you, above the monthly open is bullish, below the monthly open is bearish, right? As long as this holds, right, this monthly open, we're good to go, right? Expanding a lot more higher. That's where the monthly open. So far, the candle looks like this, right? That's that. That's the wick of the maybe a little bit lower around there, and we're just doing this, and we're just here. That's where we are. So we've just got a small little wick there. That's how the monthly candle looks like right now. And if you look at the monthly candles, they've always been quite explosive. So quite big moves anyway. But we'll see how it goes. Play it level to level. And then also oh yeah, another thing that we're facing is, I go to another chart and I'll bring this up. I'll talk about that in a bit. Oh yeah, I told you. So we had a stop run. I was just looking at this in this chart here. With a stop run, can you see that high there? We're taking out liquidity, just taking it out there, and we could play it back down. I mean, it's very possible for a short right now. Play it back all the way back down to around these areas here, and then play it level to level, right? But that's that. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the fucking 200 EMA. So if I go to, for those who don't know how to get to the 200 weekly EMA, if you type in on the search over here on indicators, moving average, right? It's the first one. Well, for me it's the first one. It's just there. That's the moving average. Now on the corner, can you see this over here where my mouse is? If you highlight it, you see the cogs. You go to settings, time frame, put weekly, right? Because you're looking for the 200 weekly EMA. The length will be 200, not 9200 over 9000. Right, and here we go. And you can see right here, in terms of the 200 weekly EMA, right? How important is the 200 weekly EMA? Well, I'll show you. Let's go on the weekly, makes more sense. It's proven before that it's really, really important. Okay, reason why? Here is support, all there, it grinded above. Okay, then we had a deviation, find up we go. Okay, that's the two examples there. And now where we are right now, let's have a look. If I go to today's thingy, well, below it now, is this a deviation of the 200 weekly EMA and break down and go a lot more lower, or do we reclaim it and go a lot more higher? Right, that's the other key. So we've got all these narratives together, we put them together, we have now an understanding picture that overall it's still a bearish market, it's still a bearish, we're still in a bear market. But I discussed yesterday in terms of market structure wise that why not make a lower high? And I'll do this again one more time. Okay, so market structure wise in the past it was this is the low, right? So this is the low here, we made a lower high, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So you can see the market structure has always been bullish, making new highs, and we haven't lost any lows. We haven't lost any of these lows, okay? Or this low here, okay? Then market structure shifted the moment we've taken out this low here, really, right? This was your confirmation that it's fucking terrible. So this was the original lower thingy, the higher low, right? The moment we've taken out this right here, let me just zoom in. There we go. Remove this, and let me just start this again. There we go. That's when the shift in market structures change. So you see how it's up, down, and making up highs, right? Then we make a low. We haven't taken out this low here. So this is where we showed when we come back down here. Now then we can say this is the high, and now that's the lower low. That's the lower high, and that's the lower low. Right? Question is, for what I'm asking, can we not make this as a lower low, right? A lower high, right? Or even if we come off this, that's still a lower high. It's still a possibility. Whether it comes over here, or sorry, whether it comes into this area or into the range low, or comes up higher into this area to 37k, or even this bit, wherever the fuck he wants to go, that will be just the lower high. The moment we take out this high, right? If we take out this high here, so if we do something like this, price comes up, now the market structure shifted. It's shifted. So then we have to say this is not the lower low, but to cross this out, and that's the low. And then we can say, yeah, whatever it comes down now, this is the higher low. Higher high. So then we see that's the higher low, and blah, blah, blah. But we're far away from that happening as well. It's still a bear market, macro-wise, globally, it's all fucking shit. So, but I'm just showing you how market structure is really important when you actually have a narrative of a story, the narrative of price. Price will tell you everything. You just got to sit back and just fucking read it. That's what it is. It's like reading a book. How many of you guys read a book? You all gone silent, innit? Appreciate it, Captain. Yeah, smash the likes, man. Yeah, it's a Captain saying thanks offering huge alpha here. I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? Just me and nothing else. No bullshit. So we've got our story. We know what's going on. I just want to have a quick look at Ethereum for a second. Just one quick second there. So yeah, we're above the thingy, the 200 weekly EMA. If I hide all this shit, yeah. So last week, the weekly close was. See, now this is another important thing. The weekly close got above. See how it's important? That's been resistance, right? Resistance. I don't mind a retest, break above. Let's go, because that's the 200 weekly EMA. If we're bearish, we should have found resistance and break down. Is everyone following me? MGM, you were fucking right, man. To be honest, I jumped on Solana on a long on Solana. In the morning, like fucking, I was watching the chart. I just couldn't sleep. It's like freaking 3-4 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm like, yo, I'm I'm moving like this and then like fucking rocking back and forth in the fucking bed and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm losing a fucking plot. I need to take a fucking trade. It's Asia time. What the fuck am I doing? And I was like, you know what? Fucking let's look at the chart. And I was like, look at the chart. I'm like, yo, this is looking bullish. This is looking bullish. I was bullish on BTC yesterday as it is. And I was happy that I jumped on BTC. Yeah, I got in a bit too early. I could have had a better entry, but the thing is, I went half risk where I went in, which was about 21 was it? I fucking don't even fucking know actually. I went half risk, and then the moment we start, I'll show you in a bit anyway. But yeah, we're talking about Ethereum. Now we've come across, we've broken above it. It's good. It's good to go. So we can start targeting like levels to level play, right? So this is a level right here. That's a level on its own. So I wouldn't mind a retest of this. I mean, the question now is this a retest and break down, and that would be a retest, and then we have the expansion, because this is all consolidation, right? That all was consolidation. Want to see the range? I'll show the fucking range. That's range low. I just highlighted. This is range high. That's range high. Mid-range is about here approximately. That's where mid-range is, right? It's 50% between the two of them, and it tells you a lot of story, right? Resistance gets above it, support, shoots up, resistance, deviates it, come back down, finds resistance, can't reclaim off this to make it higher prices, breaks down, comes back down from the high to mid, support, smash below, resistance, deviates the mid-range, comes back, resistance, up we go. And then, so this was just a range-bound environment. You see how the fucking story is? Like, I'm breaking it down really quickly, right? And it's like, because it's like, it should be second nature to us, man. We've done this for fucking how many days, man? Now, this is episode 33 now. So we've done this 33 times, and we're just talking about the same story. It's rinse and repeat. This motherfucking is dead. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Man, I love fucking Coke Cherry, man. Yeah, so now the question is this a DV? So I think to be fine, this is a retest, a breakdown, and then this is consolidation. Our butt cheeks, left butt cheeks, a tattoo says consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. So if we look at this, right? Let me just fucking delete all that, because make it a little bit more neater, so there's not much bullshit here. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? All right. So fuck it, let's do this. Let me do the mid-range here. About here, okay? Now, this has all been consolidation. The question is this the breakout for the retest for the expansion? Alright? Or is this just a fucking deviation of the range, and do we step back in and hold above it? We've got time. We've got time to get there. I mean, to get to that area here. But these are all things you need to start thinking. I need to understand. FMG's in the house. What's going on, brother? Retest and breakdown. You know what? I would like that. I definitely would like that, because, like I said, market structure is still bearish. High, lower low. Yeah, lower low, lower high, lower low. Market structure is still bearish. This is it. This is how the market structure is going. So I wouldn't mind a retest of here. That makes the lower high, and then breakdown. Or you can even come back into this area. I don't fucking mind. It doesn't really fucking matter to me. You can come back into this area, right, and do this, for example. Come back up, right, and break down, and off we go. And all this is just a lower high. It's still a bear market until proven otherwise. So what FMG is saying, retest and break down, absolutely fucking right. Okay. Hope you guys. You know what? Let me plug this motherfucker up, right. FMG was on my show, right, on Saturday. It was a fucking lit story. It was, well, not lit story. It was a fucking sick, I had a great time with him as well. So, follow my bro here. FMG Stacker. 17.9. Come on, guys, man. We should fucking send him back to 20k. Help the brother out. And let me plug in Vegeta as well quickly, because Vegeta is not going to be too happy. And that's Vegeta as well. These two are legit good kids, man. I keep calling them kids, but they're good guys, man. I love them to bits as well. But yeah, these are the lads. So yeah, but we'll see how it goes. These are the market structure still bearish until we take out this high over here. Alright, it's still bearish until otherwise. Because if we come up, hold above it and reclaim, let's go fucking take out these highs all this way. Alright, so we got a long way, but these are all the things you gotta bear in mind. It's like the reason why I'm showing you two different sides, both sides, like of taking out this high and then it'll become a higher high, and then or a lower high, blah blah, is because you've got to be able to learn and adapt, right? The key to surviving is adapting, right? Look at evolution, for example, right? Whether you believe in evolution or not, that's entirely up to you. But you can place evolution in real life itself. For example, fucking we used to fucking make fires and shit with rocks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we evolved from that shit. Now we got lighters. You know, like I'm fucking lighting a cigarette and smoking that shit now, and but we've evolved instead of actually sitting down rocking fucking like for time in it. We're fucking moved on in life. We don't ride camels like in the Arabian times or the freaking, you know, the Egyptian times or some shit like that. We fucking drive cars. We'll ride a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? So like we've evolved in time in it, and the same with trading. If you don't evolve with trading, you're gonna get fucked. You know, and no one likes to be fucked. Trust me, it doesn't feel nice. Right? Being fucked is horrible. Okay, adapting is the key. And that's the key, and that's the way. That's the way I believe that, you know, to survive and be profitable. Everyone asks me, how long does it take you for you to be profitable? How long you want to be, you know, how long you've been trading for? Blah blah. It doesn't fucking matter, right? What matters is, are you adapting to the environment? Are you adapting to the market? Don't worry about me, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about me. Don't worry about Vegeta. Don't worry about FMG or even Jay or Hunter or Gary or Tectonic or Nick or Nicholas or Eddie. Don't worry about these guys. Worry about yourself. You know, like adapt with the market, learn the market, understand what price is trying to say, and get better. That's it. Because Hunter ain't gonna trade for you. FMD ain't gonna trade for you. Jay ain't gonna trade for you. Fucking Derry isn't. Right? I mean, I wish Derry did it for me. You know what I'm saying? But no one's gonna do it for you but you. So, shout out to fucking 1211 followers. Fucking hell, man. 1,200. ICX, bro. Yeah, ICX. You mean ICT? Michael. Is that who you're talking about? So, back to Bitcoin. We talk about the Ethereum story. The Ethereum story. Well, let's finish off the Ethereum story, because we're going to mix this up quickly, because I've already started this off anyway. Fuck it. Icon. Oh, ICX. That's a dinosaur coin from back in. I remember that from back in. What do you call it? LCX. What the fuck's LCX? Fucking Eddie is actually making me go off script now. LCX. Is it crypto? Is it? What the fuck shit is this? I have no idea what this is. I'm not buying this, guys, so don't buy it just because, like, I'm just showing you. The volume is 687k, 58 million market cap. Markets, where is it on? Coinbase exchange. Oh, it's an exchange. LCX is an exchange. Never knew that. Where are they placed at? With exchanges. Fucking LCX. F LCX. No, they don't come up. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Look. Anyway, I don't know. So we're talking about thingy crypto anyway. Bro, it's the highest regulated exchange in the world. No cap. Really? Do a speed test. Fucking, I'll show you a speed test, man. Why is my internet quite slow? Oh, well, it shows the area that I'm in. That's a bit slow today, actually. It should be 500. Yeah, 180. That's a bit shit. Right, we're talking about fucking. We're getting sidetracked like a motherfucker over here. Yeah. So we're talking about Ethereum, the story and whatnot. So Ethereum, no different, right? So it's a range-bound environment, right? Similar thing as it was with Bitcoin, right? It's just the same shit. Different fucking coin, that's all it is, okay? We got the range low, range high, price has just been range bounding in this buyer environment. We smashed above it, okay, so we had a deviation here, and another deviation there, okay. Again, same as the monthly open. As long as we hold the monthly open, we're good to go, right? We've taken out Monday's high, right? I mean, like, we've smashed above Monday's high, so we don't fucking need that no more, actually. Keep it nice and simple. See this smash over here? That was your initial high. Once you reclaim this, a retest, and then off we go. But we'll see how it goes. But at the same time, this area here, 1440, that's the fucking 2018's all-time high. So we gotta be a bit careful there, because if it breaks down, right, and finds resistance off this high, we can target it. This area, this consolidation, breaks below, come back down here. But we'll make the plans as we come. Right, it's not a big deal, but we can see what's going on. So that's Ethereum there, in terms of a quick snip of the story. At the same time, we'll put that 200 weekly EMA, so I'm quite happy about that. So I really like your view. You think we're out of the bear market, man. It's just a bear market rally, in my opinion. We can't say we're out of the bear market. The only way we can get out of the bear market is if we take out these highs. You know, remember I told you I just did this a couple of seconds ago regarding about the lower high, lower lows. So high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Until we take, this is bugging me. It's fucking bugging me, right? That yearly open hasn't been retested, right? Does it do it this year? Does it retest it sometime this year? Right? Because if you retest it, it takes out this high. The question is, do we break down and lose the mid-range? Or do we reclaim the yearly open and play up higher? Only then, right, if we take out this high here, this lower high, then I can say bear market's over, right? It's full on bull market. So we got a lot to look forward to. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it level to level, but you know, it is what it is. Because BTC, right, retested that yearly open, but Ethereum never fucking did. It's been bugging me ever since as well. So we fucking check it out when the time comes. Right, so let's make some plans now. What's everyone saying? Hunter said, Matt, I'll learn from your mistake, move forward. Yeah, it's true, man. There's those opportunities, man. You know, when you like when you take a trade, you make a loss for X, Y, and Z. It happens, man. Shit happens. But you've just got to be a bit careful as well at the same time. So when you make mistakes, I say what I always do when I take any trade, whether it's a win or a loss, right, or even like I cut it out early, I always go back to it and spend like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to work out what went wrong, how could I got better, what could I have done differently, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it changes the way you look at, because what you're doing is something called I forgot what the word is. There's a word that we use to call it in pharmacy, but you're identifying, right? And that's a key point as well that most people don't know how to do, is identifying what your strategy and changing it up if need be. Fuck knows when ETH merge is gonna happen. Oh, fucking hell. You know what pisses me off, right? I bought this new battery for you guys and it's cutting me out, man. I don't know what's going on. It's even worse than the fucking old ones. I'll put a new one in. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you know, when everyone's shorting, you're gonna get it. I've been saying it from last week, to be honest. I was saying that we're gonna have a bear market rally. Like, I'm expecting a rally, a lower high. I did talk about this last week. It was just a patient game. So which is like yesterday, right? So when I took the longs itself, I had my reason behind it. I had everything in line, and I just took the trade. And look, the thing is, if you're long, if you're long, for example, and you get stopped out for whatever reason, right? Like, if you got stopped out your invalidation, now all you gotta do is like look for a new plan. So just make up that losses, but just take your time. So there's no rush, right? But at the same time, like, don't let that psychological aspect of the whole, oh, I took a loss and fucking, you know, and you took a loss. You're like, oh fuck, man, I gotta take another trade. No. Just fucking slow down, man. Slow down. Chill your beans. There's time. There's a lot of time, right? Just because I'm in profit doesn't mean that you should go long because I'm in long. Just wait. Play. All right. Appreciate it, Shaq. Thank you so much for actually finding my page as well. But it's never too late. It's never too late. You know when it's only late? You're dead. It's a bit dark, isn't it? But that's when you know it's late. Then you're like, fuck, you know, I'm just fucking fucked up now. But yeah, everyone's saying that. Like, yeah, they need to learn to slow down. Slowing down is a hard thing, innit? It's like, do you know what? It's like, this is where experience come down to it. Let me chat to you guys. Fucking Q&A shit, man. Because you guys are going mad over here. And then we'll talk about plans. We've got some bit of time. So, you know, so like, if you look at fucking driving, for example, right? So, you know, when you're driving, right? When you're young, you want to speed, right? Like, that's all you care about. Especially when you first just qualified. And then when you just got your driving license, you start thinking to yourself that you want to break your previous speed record as well. Like if your speed record is like 70, or you do 90, 100, do 120, whatever. And speeding is just a thing. It's just like a natural thing that you do when you're young. You know why? Because you're not experienced, my friend. Through experience, you learn to slow down. Then you realize, hang on a second, I don't need the speed to actually to get to fucking Birmingham to London in 1 hour. I did it before in 1 hour. Fucking hell. That was mad, that was. Basically what happened was I literally, you know what, fuck it, you know what, I'm gonna close this window. Yeah, let's do it, let's fucking do it. I wanna smoke up. Give me a moment there. I don't know why when I come onto the stream and end up. So basically, I'll tell you the story, so I came from a fucking like a party kind of thing, right? It's a family party, right? And what should do? Yeah, it's like I'm a party, and my cousin comes to me and he's like, yo, Dank, like, Z, what's the fastest you ever gone to Birmingham? I go, I think I've done it in about an hour and 40 minutes, kind of thing. He's like, shit. He goes, let's break that record. I'm like, cool. And he was driving his car. I was driving my car, and we left Enfield, right? The moment we left Enfield, right, I just fucking flew. I had a BMW 3 Series, and that car was remapped. It had everything, man. It was a fucking beast and a half, man. And I just blew the A46, man. And I remember on the motorway, I got to 155, and I just held 155 all the way through. I just didn't give a shit. It's one of those ones, like, if I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash. Like, that's when I drive, I'm like that. I just had no fear. And I did Birmingham to London, 120 miles in fucking 1 hour, 57 minutes and 7 seconds. That's the maddest I've ever done. And like, I think the fastest I ever went, I was in Germany a few years and years ago. I was in Germany, and so I had a fucking, no, I didn't have one. So one of my, like, my cousin, he rented out of an Aston Martin V8 Vantage, and we went, well, I think I went 170, 180, I think 180 was the height, the fastest I ever went. But now, I don't fucking speed no more, man. Fuck that shit. Man, I'm like an old man when I'm driving now. Like, if it says 30, I'm doing 30, man. I like cruising, I like chilling out, right? And you know why? Because it's experience. Because you learn to yourself, like, by yourself, that there's no need to speed. You're speeding for nothing. Like, when you speed, you're risking a lot. You're risking your health, you're risking stress, you're risking a heart attack, you're risking fucking, let me close this fucking door. I don't want the smell going all over the fucking house. Risking the fucking life, really, as well, isn't it? Right? And life is too short, man. My dad used to say to me, la vie te get un seul fois, which basically means in Creole, life you get once. Do what you want, but life you get once. And trading's the same shit. Fucking went off on a story to fucking get back to trading, man. What the fuck's wrong with me? But trading's the same shit. Life, like, trading is like your life, right? And like, you got your portfolio, your capital is your lifeline. You blow that up, you've lost your life. Now, a cat has 9 lives in it. How many lives do you want to have? Because you only want one where you feel like, okay, if I have an account of $100 or $200 or $1,000 or whatever number it is, right? You want that to survive and grow into something much more beautiful, right? Dude, I'm not a fan of Mercs. NJ had a CLA 45S, and that shit's uncomfortable as a motherfucker. I don't like that. You know what I like? I'm half thinking I really want to get the BMW M5 competition. I was looking to get the M8, and there's like it was too stupid expensively priced, and I'm glad I never bought it. But I like the M5 competition though. You know that shit is fucking gangster. You're rolling like a fucking bastard. What car? I think what car? If cars wasn't an option, right? What would you think? Like sorry, if money was an option. What would you guys be interested in buying? Because for me, I'll tell you straight, DBS Superleggera, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. That is a chick magnet. That's how I'm gonna pick up Jay. I'm only saying that because I just saw a name here. Now I didn't get caught. I had a speeding awareness course like 3 years ago. Man, I think that's the last time I just sped. I just didn't bother with it. My license is clean so far. BMW's BMW's a beautiful car, man. Nothing beats a BMW. Merc, Audi, fuck these guys. They're fucking shit in my opinion. They're nice. They're nice. Mercs are really pretty. Don't get me wrong. I think they're beautiful cars, but I think they're just it's too much. You know, there's the pull you get from the BMW is something else. Continental GT, fucking hell. Yeah, I'm a big. Oh, you're a big Aston Martin fan, Lurock. Yeah, huge. The DB9 was the first car I properly fell in love. Like, you know, you got the Ferrari, Lamborghinis, everyone falls in love. But when I saw the DB9, that was the first time I'm like, I want to get one. FMG's immortal. Of course he is, man. Fucking guy's a fucking legend, man. C63 S-Class. Urus, you can't go wrong with Urus. Aston's better than BMW. Yeah, I won't argue with that. Mazda RX-7, they're a really good car. They're really nice as well. You know what I used to like? The RX-8, you know. G55. Oof. Now we're talking, man. Porsche 911 and the G-Class. The G-Wagon, man, is fucking sick. Yeah, Merc is for class. Yeah, it is true. I don't have class. Look at how I talk, man. I swear a lot. What class do I fucking have? M3 is beautiful, man. Fucking hell. Like my BMW, right? The 3 Series I had, right? I kitted out. It's like, I think it's the equivalent of well, no, it was older, but like it's pretty much the equivalent as the M340 right now. Like that's about it. Yeah, but it was fucking epic. RX-8 is cool, yeah. Me, I drive a fucking truck now. I got fucking, to be honest, right, like I drive an X5, alright? I drive an X5. It drinks a motherfucker. I'll be honest with you. I don't buy big cars, man. It's nice, it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's really cool. But that shit drinks, man. I'm telling you. It's a big ass engine in there as well. Fuck, you know. 911 is a beautiful car, man. See, you guys are telling me all your favorite cars, and I want you guys to have that. I want you guys to have that, and inshallah you will. Inshallah, if you guys don't know, it's Arabic for by God's will. By God's will, you will get it. Oh yeah, man. To fill up the X5, it's costing me what? Nearly 200 quid. 200 quid, and I get what? How much miles out of it? About 300 miles out of that shit. That's how much of a guzzling motherfucker this car is, man. It's not even like the X5, like a standard 3 liter. It's I don't want to talk about it. It just drinks a lot. You know what? The Cybertruck you're talking about, wait. Your average hero, appreciate that, man. Basically he's saying first time watching me and it's refreshing. It's really, that's the thing is we do the work, right, and we chill, we chat and we talk, and I like to interact with you guys. And the reason why I do this, right, why I go on full screen and just chat to you guys and interact with you guys, like I got 83 fucking hell, I got 83 people. Shout out to you motherfuckers out there, right? And fucking smash the likes for me, man. Appreciate that. The reason why I do this, right, is that I fucking, you know what it is? It's you guys who makes me who I am, right? It's you. You give me the fuel to the fire. You know, that desire to do more and want more and plan and chart and do all this is because of you guys, right? So shout out to each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for watching me talk shit. Thank you for actually listening to my bullshit. Some of the stories, the piss story was a fucking example of some of the dumb shit I did back in the days. I was a fucked up kid when I was growing up. I was fucked. Yeah, I don't think you get any more fucked up than I am. There's a load of stories I can tell you, but we'll talk about it another time. So that's it. John, you ain't missed much, man. Hi, all of you. We should have a dank car show, dude. You know what? So this is like what I want in the front drive soon. Alright, well not soon. Whenever it comes, whenever God permits it to be. I want to get the Aston Martin DBS Super Leggera, right? That's about 200 grand, 240 grand. The one I want to get, and then I want to get the G63 AMG. That's the only Merc I'll get. That's the only Merc I get. I want those two cars parked outside. So the DBS is like, you know, fucking, you feel slick. Because when I have the DBS, I like wearing shirts and suits. I'm a suit man, right? I don't like wearing t-shirts. For me, this t-shirt, for me, it's fucking, it's Charles Play. I like, although I swear a lot, you guys don't know, I'm a gentleman at the same time. I do like dressing up. I do like wearing a proper suit. I do like, getting well done, you know, like presenting myself in a way that you know what, if that's the case, I'll fucking wear a shirt next one actually. But you know, that's what brings us here, man. Thank you, man, appreciate that. Golden shower. Dude, I'm so sorry to that girl. Oh, I'm not, but it's fucked up though when you think about it. I'm George, but all George has a car channel in addition to his crypto channel. I've never seen it though. Interesting. Alpha Romeo 16. Ooh, nah, this guy's talking the Gila Spider 1965. That is a pretty car if you guys don't know about that one as well. ETH's gonna go to 1800 this week. We'll see. Let's have a look. Alright, so that's enough talking and bullshit now. I mean, I smoked up already, so I'm good. I'm in my zone now. We're talking about BTC. We've got 80 people here. Let's make a fucking plan so you guys can see why you should follow me now. Okay? So now we know we're in this range bound environment. We need to understand, are we gonna break out? Let's fucking make this on the 1 hour actually, because it's a day trade, right? So we need to see, is this just a fucking, just like this, right? We had a deviation over here, right? And we step back into the range. Found resistance off this block off here. Well, let me highlight this. So you see this high? That's where the resistance were. So it was valid to send a low, right? To have a stop loss above here, a hard stop above here, right? But you can have a stop loss above here because we test it once, test it twice, test it the third time, and we're making lower lows, right? So can you see that? Let me just show you there. We're making lower lows. So it was already valid to go back to mid-range to range low. Okay? Does that make sense? So now we're gonna look for, are we gonna make another high to break down here, and then do we come down into this area here? The moment we step back into this range, then we can say, all right, then if we find that if this is a reaction, then we're like, that's your confirmation to short because we're back into this range. All this was just a deviation, and we play it back in this range. So we're talking about the bearish play right now. Okay, so talking about bearish play, this I'm gonna highlight this, right? Only reason why I'm gonna do it here is much more accurate. Oh right, okay. It didn't do a stop run on Binance chart. On the this chart here is the fucking Coinbase is a stop run. Okay, so as you can see here, right? I'm gonna go on the 15 minutes for a second. So we talk about, oh yeah, quickly. So the question is, do we break down? And this will be your confirmation to play it back to mid 25% of the range, back into this area here. This is a block. I expect some breakout, and we're looking to go to the mid range. Once we get to the mid range, we'll see if we break below and go a lot more lower, playing back into Monday's range. Right? This was Monday's range last week, and as you can, we're literally, I mean, fuck's sake, man, this camera. This battery I bought, man, I paid this quite expensive as well. Fucking bullshit. Absolutely fucking nonsense, man. Fuck it hell. Dean Stone Gambé. Mauritius is on my wish list. Upgrade the car later. Bro, if you go to Gambé, it's beautiful. Next to Gambé, there's a place called Peribé. That's where has one of the nicest beach over there. We also got another place called Omon. Omon means the world, right? It's called the world because when you go there, it's fucking stunning, right? It's a beautiful place to go to. So do hit those beaches there. There's loads of places you can go to. We can do like fucking. Sorry about the banging. I've got fucking. work going on in the house in the meantime. Let me just put this back up. Right, if this closes on me one more time, I didn't charge this battery there. If this closes on me, I'm going to do it without the battery, okay? Well, this is a new battery. It shouldn't last like 40 minutes. Or 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But yeah. So, as you can see here, this Monday's range. Right? I think this holds. I say this will be the target, the mid-range. From there, we'll see what happens, right? The reason why is that, you see when we broke out of this high there, we come back up, right? And then we retested the Monday's mid-range and we held above it and we got back up there. So now a retest, a pullback. I mean, we can have a little short scalp, because I am quite bullish on this, right? A little short scalp into this area. Let me show you. Into this blue box here. This blue box, for those who are wondering what the blue box is, right? This is the last high that's in the market back down. Why is it so important, right? So I'll show you here. Look at this. I've highlighted this, I've kept it there. Resistance, we go back up, so it has some consolidation. Support, gets back down. Resistance, shanks off. Resistance, gets up. And once we break up this high itself, then it becomes support, deviates it, gets back up and higher. So then I'm looking for potential. The potential short play would be this. So if I were to play a short play right now, 15 minutes, let's have a look at the 15 minutes. So we're breaking down. We're finding resistance off that blue box there. We discussed what the blue box is at the very beginning of the stage of the. Yeah, I think that the batteries are high. They probably are. To be honest, right, like even when I smoke up, I can still focus, man. I don't know how I do it. And like I'm in my zone. I know what I'm talking about. I might talk a little bit of shit, but anyway. So you see that this is a range band environment here, and this candle there. That's the range band environment. Okay. So we got that on the 15 minutes. So let it do its thing. The moment it breaks down, and resistance. This is your confirmation, right, to go back into the range from the range high. Okay. Stop loss, I'd say place it above the deviation, because we could range bound in this area and do whatever it wants to do. We're talking about shorts over here. From here, from this, right, now we're going to look at how we react. Do we hold above it? If we hold above it and show a bullish market structure like this, then I'll cut the trade and I say, yeah, time to go up a lot more higher, because we're going to go back into this range and potentially go a lot more higher, because then this will be a deviation of this 15-minute range. Okay? Makes sense? I will talk about Ethereum. Don't worry about that, brother. We'll do Bitcoin first and Ethereum. So then from here, we can see how we work out. Do we come back down and break down? And that's another set that I can compound on this position with an entry over there, entry over here, going for targeting this low, this 75% of the range. Then we'll see how it goes, and then I see at that, because ideally what I'm thinking is this is just a retest, and then to shoot up higher, right? That's what I'm looking at, because I'm looking at the bullish picture saying that we'll make a lower high. If we're making a lower high, we need to play this smart. If by any chance we do end up losing this block here and come back down, you see how we got this low here? Let's come at the mid-range. This will be your next target there, right? So we said target 1, target 2, target 3. If we break down below here, we step back into this Monday's range, see the black line over there, and we play it level to level from there. I don't think this will happen all in one day. I think this can happen over a couple of days, but we'll see how it happens, how it reacts. That's the bearish plan right now. If I want to scalp, let's have a look. Let's do a scalping plan right now, actually. Fucking let's do it. Do you think ETH 2.0 will screw Ethereum? Well, no. I think it's the evolution in it. That's what it is. It's about the evolution that's happening. But at the same time, it's 1 minute. Yeah, at the same time, I heard they're having a bit of a problem as well at the moment. So not looking too great, isn't it? So I was saying, this is my range high. Right, and this is my range low. I believe this is it. Is this it? Yeah, that's the range low. Alright, so you can play a scalp play right here actually. Okay, so I can see from this range bound environment here, we have a deviation, support, resistance, deviation. Right, so price is consolidating this area here. Remember I said about what a thingy a couple of weeks ago? We gotta have those who are new here, there's 91 people here. Smash the likes. Appreciate you guys are here. Fucking love you guys, man. Big respect for that. So there's all you guys now, the new people that are watching this, we're gonna get tattoos on our ass cheeks now, right? So the tattoos is this. On the right cheek, we're gonna have consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion, and on the left bum cheek, we're gonna say what the fuck you're doing back in the range, right? Because if we're the reason why is that if we're doing a deviation and we're holding around here, you gotta ask yourself what the fuck you're doing back in the range. Because if you're supposed to break out, we should find resistance and shoot back down lower. If you're back in the range, you're still range bound environment, just like here. This deviation, what the fuck you doing back in the range? Held this low, went up high, back into the range high. This deviation, shot back down. You know, same story, okay? So if I were to play a short-term scenario, I would like to see how this works out, right? Like a scalping scenario is like this, right? So where would I scalp? Where would I enter? Where would, you know, like how would I look for prices? So let's have a look. There. So you see this high there? Now I've highlighted this high. Reason why is because that's a deviation on the SR there. Finding resistance is finding resistance on that. So I'm expecting what I like for price to come back down, get back up. Once it holds above here, right, to start that, this is my confirmation. And I play it back to this level, that's target 1. And then from target 1, see if we can get to target 2, and then target 3. Right, look at the get back into this consolidation area here. That's also the blue box, and target 3. That's it. And then playing it back downwards, right? If I were to extend this line, let me show you if I extend this line, right? Right, I can still scalp it all the way back down. Let it do its thing. The moment it gets back below it, right, breaks down. The moment this is your confirmation. This is your confirmation. I would like to enter over here, for example, play it back to target 1, and then see if we get back below it, target 2. Done. And all you're doing is scalping within the range. Nothing else. It's really simple, really easy. You know, that's all it is. It doesn't take a rocket it doesn't take rocket science to understand how that is. But you're playing it range to range, high to low, high to low. At any given moment, right? Remember we talked about it on the 15 minutes, right? Fucking bastard. There we go. Remember we talked about it on the 15 minutes. If it breaks down, right? So you see this low here, for example. Let's highlight this low here, right? Bastard. This low here. Let me delete that. So we do something like this. If we do something like this, right? So that's range low. Remember, this is range low and this is range high. Okay. So if price comes back down, finds resistance, breaks down, and then breaks down over here off this low, this is now my confirmation for my expansion play. So if I was shorting, I play it a lot more lower because that's consolidation. Then we're looking for the breakout. So this could be the breakout over here, and that's the retest. Playing it expansion over here, and then we see the plans what we talked about to get below, a lot more lower, and we shoot it back down. Make sense, everyone? That's how I'd scalp it. Really, really simple. Oh, see how price is actually consolidating on this area here? So if price were to get back up and hold above it, I'd take the scalp playing over here, stop loss below here. Simple as that. Really, really simple. That's the plan, right? That's the scalping play, and he can range bound however the fuck he wants, you know. I make it sound easy. Okay, so we got a lot of people here, right? We want to talk about ranges quickly, right? Ranges, right? When you got a range, right, just like this, right? So I'm gonna do this here to this low here, approximately here. You see this ranges. You got a range bound play, and all you're doing is you're playing it level to level. So if you're playing it from the low, your stop loss will be here. You're playing it to this level, the mid range. Once you get to the mid range, you see how it reacts. From the mid range, if we hold above the mid range, we're playing it back to range high. From range high, once we smash down, we're playing it back to mid range to range low, and that's how we play this up and down cycle. You know when like influencers or whatever they are, I don't know who the fuck they are these days now. Everyone can be an influencer, alright, and talk about fucking food and shit and have nothing good to say. But you know when they have this, right, for example, like this, and they show something like this, in reality price does not move symmetrically. Price always does something like crazy. It gets back up, comes back down, and that will be a deviation. So once you step back into the range high, then back to the mid-range, then back to the range low. If it was to be bullish, right, for example, right, with the hold above it, take out this high here, that's bullish market structure, because that's the higher low, sorry, that's the higher high. Now this has now become the higher high. That's bullish market structure. Long it off here, off we go. Okay, and that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. That's the range band play. I will have education content on that really soon to break it all down, and you guys will grasp a lot more out of it. So that's the bearish play. Bullish play. You know what? I'm kind of thirsty, Got some milk actually. Fucking milk in it. Making a cup of tea early on as well. Over time it does get easy. That is right. Yeah, 90 people, man. Not anymore. Good to have you here, Nabil. Do you have a standard chart or log? Standard chart, man. I don't use log. What else? When I do the trade, I end up screwing up. You know what it is? You just gotta take your time. Oh, fucking. Anyway, so it's not working. The camera's being a bit of a bitch right now, so fuck that. We're just gonna do this without it. Cool. Can everyone hear me perfectly fine? Can you do an SE impression for the rest of the let? Nah, I can't do that, man. SE's my guy. I can't do an impression of him. He's got that really thick, brummy Pakistani accent, When he talks, he's fucking like. At first, it's weird, isn't it? Right? Like for you guys, like, around the world kind of thing. But you get used to it. It could be. I don't know. I don't fucking know what the problem is with these fucking batteries, man. I mean, saying that, the camera is warm. I need to check out the settings and see what's going on. But yeah, so that's Bitcoin, right? In terms of the short, long scenarios, right? So this is where we start getting a little bit more interesting now. Okay, it's gone to 15 minutes. So we have all this price action over here, not a big deal, right? We now know this high here is quite important, right? So why? Because it's the last high that's in the thing that sent the market back down. Let's have a look. Where the fuck is that pen? No. Let me just do a fucking trend line. Okay. I mark that up, right? At the same time, I'm gonna mark this up. So do you guys remember when I talked about the fucking ranges of this? Same bullshit. That's all it is. Same nonsense. Nothing else. Nothing special. Just the same shit. Okay. So I've got this now. Let's just say we have a deeper pullback, right? We're gonna play the deeper pullback game, and then we're gonna play the breakout game. Okay. So the deeper pullback is this. Price can do whatever the fuck it wants to do, right? We've got a lot of lines here, right? I'm just gonna delete this, right? I think this is too much now. I don't need this no more. And do I need this 19? Oh yeah, it's previous all-time high. Let me just delete that as well. No, I'll leave it there. Yeah. So the deeper pullback is this, right? Never put all your apples in one basket. Are we in July weekly range now? Previous one is old. Which one? This one? Which weekly range are you talking about? Because the focus really is this range here, right? The one in orange. That's the focus there. And this one here. The reason why is it's previous price action that happened when we broke out the market. We never did a retest. It just consolidated here and then shut up and then go a lot more higher, right? So that's why I'm targeting level to level 24.3, 24.2. Okay, so we're talking about deeper pullback game. Weekly open July 4th. No, I don't look at that, man. I'm just looking at the fucking range band environment. Where did I get my range? Let me show you guys. I'll hide all this shit on the weekly, right? So can you guys see here? I got my ranges from this high and this low. Reason why? That's what's capped the market. Resistance. Is this a resistance? Sorry. Is this another resistance or deviation? We don't fucking know. We'll find out. Deviation, resistance. Sorry, support. So price is capped into this area here until we break out. Take out this high over here. It's still capped within this range. We'll have to wait out. This is the confirmation here.
So we once we take out these highs here, we're good to go a lot more higher. All right, or back down, take out this low here, for example. Let's go a lot more lower. So that's the focus there. Okay. So that's my weekly range. I don't use last week's range or this. There are times I use it just to take out liquidity kind of thing, but the bulk of the movement really is literally within this area here. You can see we have 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4. This is the 5th week. So really we had 4 weeks worth of consolidation, price of worth of price action. So that to me, that is the key. This very candle here, it tells us everything. It tells us literally the lot that we need to know. Okay, does that make sense there? Bam Bam's in the chat. What's going on, brother, man? Start a new chart, bro, to make it clear for new people. Just go back, mate. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this every fucking day. Like, you know, start a new chart every single time. To me, it's like there's only certain limits I have. And then asking, you know, when you're asking me to actually start a new chart, it's like me telling you to, you know, to have a new job. You can do it. I don't think so, innit? Like, no disrespect to anyone, but like literally, you can go back. I always like, for example, like literally, you can do it yourself. It's not really difficult to anyone. When I draw my lines, you can just copy and paste it. So let's say if I was on the hourly, right, and I'm beginning of the chat, and I showed it this way, like that, you can look at this high here, already mark it on your own chart, this high here, and you see this low here. You can work it out. You can just stop the show and just work out where my ranges are. But really, the whole this, I don't need to start a new chart, because this whole new chart is fucking the same shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to start a new chart. I'm gonna, if I draw a new chart, I'm gonna draw exactly the same fucking lines. All this is going to be the same. I'm gonna draw the range. I'm gonna draw the monthly open. I'm gonna look for where SRs are, like, you know, where blocks are kept. It's gonna be the same shit. So I'm just starting a new chart for you, really. I don't think that's fair on everyone else. So if for anyone who wants to understand it, you can copy and paste it. At the same time, you can always just go back to yesterday's show, the weekly outlook. I broke down everything in detail, so that says a lot there. So if you guys want more information on what I did, like, look, we're now an hour and 11 minutes in, and it's like we can't sit here for another 3 hours, innit? You know what I'm saying? Should we make a Telegram channel for Den community to help newbies? Fucking hell, Hunter is really on it, man. This guy is fucking mad. All right. Anyway, yeah. So we're talking about the pullback, right? The pullback scenario is, right, is this. So we know this consolidation. Is this the breakout for a retest? If you retest this range high and it holds, right, that's your confirmation to go higher. I'd say that would be, you know, like, that's your confirmation. I'll put my stop loss below here, for example, there. And then from there, we'll see how it goes. We step back into this range, play a lot more higher. All right, we'll talk about this range in just a moment. I'm just talking about the pullback scenario. That's the first pullback. That's number one. Number two is that it can do a bit of a more deeper pullback. You see this move over here? This is all thin movements here. I don't like these thin movements. I like it when it gets filled. So look over here, right? So look at this thin movement over here. You see how we got filled? How price start playing around? It's just choppy around this area. It fills that movement there very easily. Look at this thin movement there. Price chops around here. We got a thin movement there, but over there, price is choppy. Yes, we got a thin movement here, but if we were to come back to the mid range, then I say we feel like this move over here coming back to monthly open, blah blah blah. Okay, so this thin move it's a really explosive move, right? So really explosive. Caught everyone off guard. It happened during Asia. The Asians fucking pumped it. Shout out to the Asian brothers out there. So if I wanted to get like a more of a deeper pullback, I'd be quite happy if we come back down into this block here. We talked about an hour block there. I'm not gonna do it again. You can just rewind back. But if we hold above this blue box, reclaim the 75% of the range, then I'd be like, oh, oops. Then I'd be like, you know what? Let's long this motherfucker up, right? This is my confirmation. My stop loss is, you can have a wider stop loss over here, not a problem, just give you a breathing space, but I say my stop loss is here, back to range high, from range high, step back into the range, and let's go a lot more higher. Alright, so that's the deeper pullback, right? And that's the two scenarios of the pullback scenarios. Okay, now what we're talking about, this range here, is really important. Okay, now I want you to focus a little bit more. Okay, so we talked about it already in regards to what this is. This blue box is literally a consolidation that's happened to when we broke out all-time high, the previous all-time high in 2017, and we didn't do a retest. Like normally we look for price to consolidate, breakout, retest, and blah blah blah, right? And then expand. But instead we didn't do a retest. What price actually did back then, the fucking selfish little bastard, right? Decided to consolidate, breakout, consolidate, and then breakout. No retest. And this area here, right, is literally back then, right? So you can actually see it back in your charts there, okay? So now, to me, this is a range bound environment. It's going to be a range bound environment because it is a range bound environment back then. It's the same shit. Nothing happens, nothing changes. So we can start marking you. I mean, like, you can also say, like, fucking, from here, there's liquidity resting here, but you wouldn't put anyone who got stop loss over here, fuck's sake, a stop loss here is a bit of a numpty. Unless you're really tight, you're tightening your stop loss is one thing. But if you're shorting, right, I wouldn't put my stop loss over here. I always put it above a swing high if I'm shorting, or a swing low if I'm longing. FMG talked about this on Saturday, so shout out to my brother FMG. So there's you can still say there's liquidity. There's gonna be people who's gonna put the stop losses there. That's a good alpha there for everyone to understand. Never ever put your stop loss on when price is moving down and you got a wick, just a wick like that. Never ever fucking do it, right? You're risking a lot here. Look for the swing lows if you're longing, or the swing highs when you're longing. That's your stop loss. You get it? So if my stop loss was here at 23k, right, and I was shorting, I haven't been stopped out yet. You know what I'm saying? Because price is at 22 point is right here. 22.2k. You know what I'm saying? So swing highs, swing lows. That's the alpha that you guys got. Hopefully helps you out if you guys didn't see that. The reason why is that, remember I talked about thin moves? This is all fucking thin moves. It's gonna get filled up eventually, right? Whether it would break down and resistance, you just risked. It's risky to go up here, in my opinion. Very, very risky. You're just asking for a lot of trouble, and maybe bent over a little bit as well with no lube and shit. No one wants that. At least softening it up a bit as well. Like, tease me a little bit as well, man. Give me some fucking reason why I should get bummed in the, get bummed up. But looking at this range now we're stepping to the bullish range, right? The bullish range is this. Let me get a fucking pen. It's this. So we know this high here is capped at this range low, okay? So when we got this high over here, which is also capping the market on this side, okay? Let price do its thing, whatever the fuck price wants to do. Once price gets back up, takes out this high, takes out liquidity over here, and holds the range low and reclaims, right? And then I'll be like, alright, cool. Time to long it to, well, target 1, target 2, right? That's the mid range. Target 1 at 22.8, target 2 at 23.3k. From there, we'll see how we do. Whatever it wants to do, let it come back up. Once it reclaims, that's another compounding opportunity to go back to target 4, which is at 23.8k. And then from there, we start targeting the next break, which is at 24.3k, or call it 24.2k. That's the play. So you're playing it from low to mid to high. Whether he does this and breaks down, we'll play the fucking shorting game if we have to. No fucking problem, right? Happy days, we'll fucking play the game. Or whether he fucking wants to break out and hold above it, no fucking problem. We can always long it and go a lot more higher. Does everyone make sense? Does everyone understand that? Yeah. There we go. What's everyone saying actually quickly? Nicholas and Hunter have their own conversation. They're mad, they are. I rate them. Yeah, when you help someone out, you get better. I say all this shit over and over again because it's for my own benefit as well at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So it helps me understand what I'm talking about as well as help you out. But I mean, if you were to look at this, right? Remember that range that I talked about on the less than the 1 minute, or on the 5 minute, right? You can see that's where the resistance is at. We're literally range bounding in this area here. I would like to come back down, right, so I can actually tighten my stops and enter the trade with much more with a compounding position. Because if we reclaim here and hold above it, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. That's BTC. Now let's go into Ethereum. We've done the view already. I am going to do the chapters on the fucking BTC on this fucking, what do you call it, streaming it. But let's talk about Ethereum very quickly and see what's happened. fucking smashing a motherfucking half, man. What the fuck is going on? So this is where it looks really, really bullish, right? And I know, and I've seen some people, they were shorting in it. They were shorting around, like taking these, saying like, I saw it on Twitter that this, why is it grey, man? Why is it fucking light for? I don't fucking know why this is light. Oh, it's a fucking highlighter. Bastard, that's better. Bot head formation. Looks, yeah, but yeah, they were saying that's a bot head, and then the stop loss above here, and I was like, you're fucking numpty. I don't think so. I'd say we take out this liquidity over here and we come into here. What's so important about this level 1440? This is why it's really important that you step back and you look at this motherfucker and you're like, what are you trying to say to me, mate? And if you step back, go on the weekly, for example. Doesn't take long. That is the previous all-time high back in 2018. So if we step back in, so like, let's just say, let me mute all this stuff. So let's just say this was a range. This is a range bound environment. Let's say that's a range bound environment. Oh, fuck off. Yep. Yeah. So let's just say this is a range bound environment. That's the high, and let's just say this is the low. All right. And the mid range will be around, I think it's about here, right? Which is where I was looking for the mid range to come to. I was looking for price to come into it, because what happened was we stepped into the range. What the fuck are you doing in this range? We should break down, right? But now, so it could be a deeper pullback. We could reclaim above it and hold it. Who fucking knows? And if it does, we play the level all the way back up. Target 1, and I say that's target 2, and then we go from there level to level. Okay. But this was causing me problem for me. This high here, I was like, yeah, we're gonna smash above that now. You see all this fin move here, fin move there, this fucking fin move. I mean, like, price is already trading in this area, but this fin moves in all the way down there, from like 25k all the way down. Okay, so could we go back up? We don't fucking know, but we play it level to level. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so looking at the fucking Ethereum, right? Let me get this back up. On the 4 hours, for example, I'm just going to do on fuck it, let's do it on the 1 hour, because I got no, my face is not there, so you guys can actually see what I want in it. So you see this, right? We got a range bound environment. Okay, for me, that was a high on the weekly. It's a weekly high, similar to Bitcoin. Price was capped all the way. You can see price is capped all the way here. Okay, now we smashed up, we made this high. This high here, right, was taken out. It's now bullish market structure. Want to see what market structure is? We'll talk about market structure on fucking Ethereum right now. So this is the low, right? This is the high. That's the lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Lower high, sorry, lower low, lower high. That's the lower low. Then what happened is, once we take out this high, we kind of shifted market structure. So you see this high over here, we shifted market structure. Then what happened was, it's this, like I said, price is always telling you a story. You gotta understand it, right? I mean, it was, to me, it looked like, oh yeah, this is why I was bearish as well. I was like, this is probably the lower high, right? And so I was shorting it, like shorting Bitcoin, or seeing that this was breaking down over here. But really, in reality, right, that's what happened was, it's like this. We took out the high there. Now we can say that's the low. That's actually not the lower low. That's now a low, and that's a higher high, because we should have taken this out the moment we come back down there, right? We didn't take out this low over here. So if I show you, and it still becomes a higher low. Oops, that's not straight. Yep, that's it. That's straight. Yeah, A is straight. Yeah, and now it's become a higher. Fuck off. Higher low. And then what's this is? Well, now I made a new higher high. Market structure has been bullish. Even if you want to focus on this area, just literally this area here, right? You can see it. Low, higher high, lower higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. The market structure is bullish. So whether you want to short now, I wouldn't take the short just yet, but we gotta see how it works out. But there are ways we can play this for, you know, a quick short, whatever. I mean, it's not a problem to retest in this area or retest off this area and be bullish off any of these areas. But the moment if we step back into this range, right, then you're gonna ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing back into the range? Because we're gonna go back to mid-range, we play back to monthly open, range low. Does that make sense there? Because we should at least get a retest. A deeper pullback's not a problem, but this will be a proper shorting range, because all this is was a deviation of the range, and we're back in the range band system. Does that make sense, guys? So check chart, isn't your scalp play happening right now? Let's have a look. I'm not in the scalp actually because I'm chatting to you guys right now, but let's see. 1 minute. Yeah. So I was saying this was my low, and Bob's your uncle. Hit the motherfucking likes, because you know Dank's giving you fucking alpha. And shout out to Rack. So now, how I would play this motherfucker, right? Put a stop loss here, right? For example, put a stop loss here, right? Target 1, like I said, will be off this high here. Yeah. I mean, you could have shorted it off here actually, to be honest as well. Because remember I said once we come back up, hold above it, come into this area of consolidation, break down, shoot down. So that would have been the thingy. But we're back into the range low, right? So I said that would be target 1. If we start breaking down, cut the trade, right? Because it wouldn't go back lower. But the moment we reclaim it, hold above it, target 1. So that's target 1, that would be target 2. I'll probably say that's target 2 and that's target 3. Looking for target 4 is a scalp, because when you're playing scalps you gotta take profits quick, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. What do you make of sort SCRT? What's this? Oh, is that another old Jay? Is that what you're saying? Ethereum, we're quickly go to Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum is looking fucking bullish actually. So now, Ethereum, we're talking about. Let's talk about the short play. Could you take a look at Sol? Appreciate it. I drew a chart on Sol, but I'll see. I'll have a look. Matic is ramping on. I entered Matic as well yesterday when I posted it up. I'm up, motherfuckers. I'll talk about Matic as well quickly. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, man. I'm so shattered. I didn't sleep. Sorry, I didn't. Fucking, that was rude. Actually, open my mouth when I'm yawning. I didn't sleep much as well, man, because fucking was looking at the charts and shit, man. It is what it is, though. So let's just see how we're gonna play this game, right? So if I were to play this game as a shorting scenario, right? 15 minutes. Is this? So obviously, I know this is my range band environment. This, fuck's sake. Give me a second there. So this low is definitely the one. Is it this high? Yeah. So it's this low here, and I'd say this high there, right? Price has consolidated this area, right? So what we had is this deviation, 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 resistance, support. Okay, so deeper pullback is this, right? If I were to short, I'll come into this area first, right? I then break down, but we'll talk about right now. We're talking about right now, right? So you see this low here. Once we break out though, because this is a consolidation area, that's just a resistance. That's a deviation. Then once we step back into this area, so if we step back into here, break down here, that's a scalp play, right? To this target here. That's 1440, which is previous all-time high back in 2018, right? Break down, right? Then I start playing it to this area here. Probably take some profits over here first. That's target 2, and that'll be target 3. From there, we're seeing it to target 4, and probably getting to target 5. And what we've done in the 15 minutes, you see all this inefficiency, we filled it up. That's the short plays. So FTSE is short on what? Oh, your tattoo's a bit sore. You know what you need? You need some freaking Emla cream. Drop by to the pharmacy, I'll sort you out. Numbs that area. What is it sore? What did you do, Jay? Like, good night. Fucking Jay's having a good night. Maybe good morning. I don't know. One or the other. Nearly afternoon as well. Can't be good afternoon. I'm messing. SCRT is an alt. Yeah, I'll have a look at that later. I think I can have a look at that as well. I'll see how the timing is going. Right, so that's that, right? And then, sorry. The question is from there, right? Because this is the weekly range high, right? Now, if we break into this, right? You gotta ask yourself what the fuck you're doing back in this range, because now you can short it back into target 1, looking for target 2, and that's playing it high to 75% to mid range. That's all you're focusing on. I'd be aware of this area here, because what could happen is this. If I just fucking delete that, and I'm just gonna, similar to Bitcoin, right? That was my invalidation, right? Invalidation for shorts, right? Price would come back into it. If I was bullish market structure, right, I'd cut the trade because we're gonna go a lot more higher, playing into these areas there. Okay. DAX is doing the right, but DAX is doing the right butt cheek trade. Oh, is it? Okay, cool. You love DAX, don't you, innit? You really like that. Like, I've noticed you like playing DAX a lot. So yeah, so that's the way we're gonna play shorts on Ethereum. Okay. Now, if I want to play the bearish play, right? It's literally this. The bullish play is that let it do its thing, right? Now we know we got the mid range, and we know we got this area here to hold, right? And we know we got this consolidation over here. We can have some pullbacks now. Pullbacks are what? Okay. Actually, the pullback is this, right? The first pullback is come back into this area and hold previous all-time high, 2018's all-time high, and we can play it into higher prices. Okay, this will be my confirmation because we're showing bullish market structure. That's the first pullback. The second pullback is that we come back down, find resistance, we step back into this range, right, and we hold this range. This will then be my confirmation, playing it back to above and playing these highs and going up higher. That's the second pullback. The third pullback I look for, right, is literally let price do its thing. Let price do its thing, right? Whatever the fuck he wants to do, right? He wants to fill out these inefficiency. He can come back. He can even either find support over here and hold above it, or come back, retest this. The moment it holds support above the mid range, right? Because all this would have been the consolidation of the period of the area. Find support, right? And then off we go. We can start playing higher highs and going back up higher. That's about it. That's the fucking plan, really. You want to talk about where we're targeting? Let's talk about targets now. Let's have a look. I've got blocks and shit highlighted. Let's have a look. 1 hour. No, not 1 hour. 1 day. So here, what this is, right? So you can see that this is a range bound environment as well at the same time. I mean, you can. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at something. If I do this low here to this high here, what does it look like? Yeah, I think this works out well. It's a range bound environment. 12.19, 12. Let me highlight this horizontal ray. This shit. This area here. What does this say to us? 12.21. So that's the range. So we step back. So what it is, do you guys understand what's going on? You see this candle that when we smashed above here, we step back into this range. Remember that range I showed you? In blue, we step back in this range. That's what we've done there. So we can start targeting other fucking wherever the fuck we want now. So let's have a look. If I look at this, right? Let me just expand this all the way across. So now we know. So the top of the blue box, what this is the last. If I put it in 4 hours, this is. I think I did on the 4 hours. Yeah. You see it on the 4 hours. It's a consolidation that like held and find a support and then went higher. So when we got into the 4 hours, price right over here. Where the fuck is it? Yeah. We shank through it, right? So play level to level, okay? Which comes down to like this. This looks like a deviation of the range. this itself is a deviation on that range I already drew behind. So we can come back here, do whatever the fuck we want to do, and we play it level to level, right? So this will be my entry. For example, we have a deep pullback to this deviation, well, which is range low, right? And then I say target 1 over here, and then target 2 I look at to come into this area, and then target 3 at mid range. Once we reclaim the mid range, I'd say target 3, and then target 4, and then we see target 5. Why did I say this is target 3 at $1,700? I'm going to show you why, okay? Because this is where it gets a bit more interesting now, right? If I go on the fucking, where is it? Let's go on the daily. You guys can see this. This is my range, motherfuckers. Can you see it? Remember the range I was telling you? Let me just. So target 1 was over this low here. That's the low and that's the high. Okay. I'm just gonna and then target. Got ya. All right. Awesome. I'm just gonna draw this out. Okay. So if I draw a line, so range low is about here, right? Let's do it effectively. That's that. That's range low. Okay. Range high is here. We talked about it early on, and then the mid range is approximately. No, that's not right. That's the range high, and then that's the mid range around there. Yeah, around there. That's the mid range. Okay. We're close to the range low. This is price has been reacting in this area. Question is we call this inefficiency we're filling out here. We're sorting this out now. Okay. The question is this a retest for a breakdown, for an expansion? Because this is consolidation, breakout, retest. Sorry, retest, expansion. Okay. But if we step back in, which is why I said that will be my next target. Step back in. We're now stepping back into this consolidation area here to play back to these levels here, back into this area here, and then we'll see you to this area here. And then what that is, if we step back into this range here, we've got to ask ourselves what the fuck you're doing back in this range, because all you're doing is that you're range bounding in this area here. That was just a deviation. Does that make sense? Work it out. I'm gonna have a cigarette in the meantime, guys. Any questions? Grabbing a new box. One second. Hey Kenneth, how's it going, man? So Nagulan understands it. Alright then, Nagulan. So why don't I share we share screens, and then you can do the whole recap for me, brother. Will that be okay with you? I'm messing with you. Nagulan went quiet. Nagulan's like, oh shit, I'm not gonna show this again. No, I don't use any indicators. I think indicators is a lot of noise to me as well. I'm very black and white, hence why I'm African, black, and then living in the UK, white in it, and I'm messing. I'm very black and white, like on paper. This does all the stories for me. That's what I need. Why the fuck do I need to complicate this shit then? Because price tells you everything in it. Yeah, there's some elements of fucking the ranges and shit like that, and news and whatnot. You guys get it then, cool? Do you know what? I wouldn't mind though, BTC, for BTC to do something like that. See, because remember I said this, the yearly open. I want this yearly open to retest it. If the yearly open gets retested, I think BTC hits the fucking yearly open too. Where's BTC? There you go. Because all we did a deviation from the yearly open and sell off. We haven't retested it. I like it. I mean, whether it comes into this area, for example, let me expand this a bit more wider. Whether it comes into this area here and then breaks down and then it gets below the mid range, this is my confirmation to short it back down to this area and then this area. you know what? NT, you're saying that. You know, I genuinely thought about this the other day. I would like just to have one of you guys at random to just jump on live with me, just chat to me and whatever, and literally we share screens. And I'm like, you know what? Let me see you do the charting. And I'll be down for that. I mean, would any of you guys be interested in that? Because we can organize that properly, you know. I need a list of names. You can actually, you know what? Probably better if you actually message me on Twitter at TraderDank. Nicholas would be on it. Nicholas is definitely on it. I bet Hunter would be as well. But yeah, I'll be down for that as well. I wouldn't mind actually having like one of you guys just jump on the stream, and literally I'm just watching you. I'm watching you mark your levels and stuff like that. Then I can, you know, in a way it's like mentoring. Fucking, I'm doing a lot of madness over here. But yeah, so NT Sidiums is down for it as well. Derry's down for it as well. That'll be sweet. Jay, would you be down? Morning, John. John McGee's here. How's it going, brother? Morning. So, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But it has to be when I have more time, because you know what it is. I'll be honest with you. Right now, because I'm doing like work in the house, I'm very very occupied with time. So I'm a very time. Yeah, it's a question. Would you be on to come on live with me? You don't need to show your face or nothing. Just literally, we share screen on Zoom. You do all the marking, and I can chat to you. Can you the ETH graph again? Just rewind it, Nagulan. Just rewind it back. That's long touch to do the whole thing. Well, Ethereum is fucking popping actually. Good fucking point, mate. 11%. Let's have a look. Nothing's going on actually. 15 minutes. If this holds, right? So that's, yeah. If this comes back down here to the range low, which we highlighted. No, was it the range low? 1 second. 1 day. Oh yeah, that is the range low. Let me just delete that. I don't know why I've got it black. I'm looking for this now. I'm looking for something like that. Let me delete this. For price to come back down and hold above it, retest this this high. That's the consolidation. That's the breakout. This is the retest. Let's do the expansion then, and we can play target 1, target 2, target 2, target 3. Then go target 4, 5, and then range high. That'll be 6. Rack is scalping the profit. Fucking hell, Rack, you are on it, man. Let's see what's BTC saying. What's it? BTC. 1 minute. Yeah, I mean it's just above there. We're holding it. We're finding some sort of resistance as well. I like us to reclaim that, and we'll see how it goes. Papaya says, I don't know if he speaks a nice English because his YouTube videos are full Italian language. But oh, Elise, I don't know if he speaks English. I know he types in English, but yeah, I would like to get Elise on as well. Is there anyone you're interested in? That's another question I ask you guys as well as a community. Anyone you're interested in for me to get like on the stream on all time high, or even just on the Dank Steady Trade or whatever. Joe, you're gonna build your confidence, man. Like watching the chart and watching and studying it right now, right? Doing what you're doing right now, that's the way you build confidence. No one's gonna actually jump on straight on the spot and be able to actually, you know, fucking kill the market. No, I haven't chatted to Asami. EXO is difficult. Like EXO and SZ, they're both difficult guys to get hold of. They're very busy, man. Yeah, okay, Jay, if you be on actually, because for those who don't even know, Jay is actually a student of SC as well, right? I know you don't like me talking about this, but I'm gonna say it. Jay's an I think a student as well, so she's actually a really good chartist as well. So, you know, I would definitely get to have her on and just fucking let her take over, kind of thing. Dollar, what's dollar saying? Quickly just chat about dollar quickly. Let me call it. Here we go. So I had a range band environment, right? This is my range band environment, as you can see. And all we had some deviations. Deviation. Oops. A deviation. And a deviation. Step back into the range. And the moment we took out this low here, that's bearish. And the retest, we got a lot more lower, right? So how low can we go? I don't fucking know. But whoops. How low can we go? I don't really know. I mean, I'd like us to come back to retest this area, to be honest. Let's go on the 1 hour. Come back down here. Come back down in this area, 105, see what happens there. The fact that we're finding resistance here of this area, that's good in my opinion. So I did say that. Let me show you quickly. Now, if I type in dollar index seasonality, seasonal tendency, right? Go to images. You can actually read it up if you wanna. Up to you. DAX is dying. Oh shit, DAX is dying. So you can see here, right? So this is like the seasonal tendency, how dollar works. At the beginning of the year, it makes a high, and then from March, April time, it starts to make a low, right? It goes down. The lows are formed in around August and September. So but in actual fact, in reality, we've gone high all the way through fucking January, February, March, April, May, June, and now we're looking like we're coming down. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the seasonal chart there, and then we'll see how it goes. ES quickly. Let me just check on ES. Let's see. 1 second there. 1 second there. No. There we go. Delete. ES. ES is showing bullishness. ES to me is a range band environment. So what it is quickly on the grand scheme of things. Yeah. I've got 2021's range high and range low. That's all it is. Price has been in this area, as you can see. And on the 1 hour, what happened was we made it. So what I've highlighted here is the 25% of the range low. Okay, we're holding above monthly open, right? This to me was like we're gonna break lower, but instead this is now off a trend line. We got a deviation. This is now a deviation there. We can come back into it, hold. But to me, the target's at range high. From range high, if we hold above it, let's go a lot more higher into these areas here. Target 1, and see we go to target 2, and then target 3. If this goes up, Bitcoin's gonna follow suit as well. But if by any chance we get to this high, make a thingy, and then start breaking down, then we're paying it back to these levels there. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. That's ES. ETHBTC is bullish. It's to me. Well. If I just show you here quickly, and then we're gonna wrap it up, right? You talk too much. Nah, man. Just scalpers from me. So what's your Twitter at Derry? Just scalpers. I learned a lot from you and FMG the other day. It's what I mainly do. He's blocked me. Who's blocked you? Who's blocked you again? Who the fuck blocked Jay? So yeah. In terms of this, right, in ETHBTC, it's like a range band environment, right? So you got the high over here and the low, and prices just got up and down, up and down. All it is so far, right, is literally deviation and a deviation. We step back into the range. Ask yourself what the fuck you doing back in the range. And to me, with target 1 here, target 2 there, and this will be target 3 is here, and this is target 4. What happens then if we were to be bullish, right? If we were to hold above it, then I say let's go for the next set of targets, target 3, and this set of targets there. And all we've done, we just played the range band game. That's what it is. So we'll see how it goes. Right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. And thank you so much for actually, joining me on the stream today. Really appreciate this. You guys have been a fucking wonderful star. Bless you guys. A lot of love for all you guys. It's been fantastic as well having you guys around. And it seems like Hunter and freaking what's his name, Nicholas are making some mad plans about some chat. I don't know what's going on, but don't surprise me. Just message me. You know what? Like, message me on Twitter, and I'll give you my Telegram ID, and we can talk from there, right? But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. So that's the plan there for you guys. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all you guys. And nah, you're never late, man, Bolwinder. You're always welcome to actually rewind it back as well, brother. But it's good to have you here as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do the stream again as normal, 10:15. All right, catch you guys soon. Take care. Love.